Let's go on a 4-day adventure to the Rupununi. We depart at 6:30 p.m. and we make stops at Linden 58 miles and Mabura police checkpoint before getting to the Kirpakari crossing. Here we cross the Essequibo River by pontoon at 6 a.m. and enter into the Iwokurama rainforest. Our first stop is at the Atta Lodge, where we have a scrumptious breakfast and make our way to the canopy walkway. This is a short hike to 100 feet above ground as we cross the canopy and experience the rainforest at that level. After the canopy, we're back in the bus, continuing through the rainforest and into the Rupununi Savannah. Our next stop is at the lovely Rockview Lodge. Here we get a tour of the lodge to see all they have to offer, the beautiful sights and lookout point, and then we enjoy lunch. After lunch, there is some relaxation, but don't get too comfortable. We're back on the road, making our way through the Pacaraimas mountain range as we continue to Lethem. When we enter Lethem, we check into the hotel and then go for a tour of Lethem and dinner for the evening. This is day one. Hey guys, it's day 2 of our Rupununi tour, and day 2 takes us to the indigenous village Mukumuku and into the Kanuku Mountains. But first we get breakfast at the hotel and then it's time to hit the road. We stop at the Termite Hills along the way to the Mukumuku village. We get a lovely view of the Rupununi Savannah and the Kanuku Mountains. We stop at the village and get a tour of the indigenous way of life and continue on to the Kanuku Mountains. Here we're going to do the 1,000 feet hike to Black Rock Mountain. As we begin our hike, it is a bit of a challenge, but we have had a 4-year-old and a 77-year-old person be able to do this hike. There's a lot of rails along the way to assist. Once you get to the top of the mountain, the view is quite amazing. You get to see quite a vast distance in the savannas and all the way over to Brazil. So the view is worth the hike. After the hike, we make our way back down and it's time for lunch. And it's quite a feast. And after lunch, it's time for swimming in the Mukumuku waterfall. And then we head back out. As we head out, we get a view of the entire mountain range. And we head back to Lethem for a tour of Lethem and to the Takatu Bridge that separates Guyana and Brazil. So that brings us to the end of day 2. Come back to our Rupununi adventure continues, and it's day 3. We enjoy some breakfast and we get on the road. Today we're heading to Kumu village to experience the waterfalls closest to that village. As we continue our journey, we pass through the Kumu village and you get to see some of it and the Kanuku Mountains in front of us. We also see the Schomburg Peak, which is the highest point in the Kanuku Mountains, and we continue to the base of the mountain to the Bellbird Island. Here we'll be spending the rest of our day. We change and we start our short trek up the mountains to get to the waterfall. Our first waterfall experience is the Marian Falls, and here persons can get a massage under the falls to soothe those aching muscles. And we continue to our second waterfall, which is called the Heaven Steps. And this is because behind the waterfall, there are steps leading up, and we will take you safely to get that experience. After there, we continue to the jacuzzi, and here you get to soak and relax and unwind after all the days of hiking. Of course, lunch is always a must, and we enjoy some tumapot as well and some archery before bringing the end of our day. We do head back to the hotel and get dinner for the evening and pack up. Hey guys, it's day 4 of our 4 days Rupununi tour, and today we're heading back to Georgetown. We depart Lethem at 4 a.m. and we get to experience the sunrise over the Rupununi at the Pacaraimas mountain. After this, we continue along the way and we get to the Kirpakari crossing. Here again, we cross over the Essequibo River on pontoon. and then we stop at Annie's Delight for breakfast before continue along to Georgetown. It's been a hectic 4 days with lots of adventure. We stop for lunch at the Mabura police checkpoint and we continue to Linden to the Bamia checkpoint, and finally we get to Georgetown by 6 p.m. And that's a wrap on our 4 days adventure.